We are live once again from the Philippine International Comics Festival, and we are live with Sean Kyle Manaloto, the creator of Godheart, the PICOF official selection, Godheart, the Sanguine Storm. And when we talked to Sean, we've talked to Sean before, and we've interviewed Sean before. So go look up one of my interviews with Sean to talk about where we talked about God art and Sean's whole process, where you are completely influenced by video games. Sean, Philippine International Comics Festival 2025, SM Mega Mall, Mega Great Hall 2. How is Peacock treating you so far?
Just like last year, it's a blast. It's the event where I most feel like I belong, so to speak. Um, and everyone, it's so great to see everyone who's passionate about the same thing in one event. It's like PBF and MIBF, except creators are really supporting each other here. So really heartening to see. Really happy to see that every Filipino creator has something to put out there, has a voice that wants to be heard, and then we're just supporting each other. It's cool.
And we are here until later tonight. You're here until 8 p.m.
Yep.
So if you drop by, you'll be able to see Sean at booth number
A5.
A5. It's right in front of the stage. So you'll be able to see Sean. He's very, very easy to find, and his art is very recognizable. So you'll be able to see Godheart, my Godheart. Now we're here. You're announcing because if somebody shows up, you have a new release.
That's correct. Issue 8 is debuting. It actually debuted yesterday at this event in print. So it's been out online for a while, issue 8. And it's my best issue yet in terms of art, in terms of, well, the story I think is headed in a great direction. People are going to love it. I love it personally. So,
How long do you expect Godheart to be?
like in its entirety? A while ago, Elsie jokingly said, "Well, it's probably more true now." He said, "You're going to make this until you die." So, but for me, it's around I have like 10 books planned, and that I don't even think that's the end of it. So yeah, you're gonna be sticking with us for a long time. It's not gonna be One Piece long. It's not gonna be Berserk long. It's gonna be. I hope to end it at the right time, and that's not gonna take as long as those aforementioned pieces of art. So yeah, but it's uh so, yeah. So which one? All right. So these are the three main characters of Godheart. These are the Godheart. On top here we have Hisaru. This is Emrit, and this is Lorison. And they're the ones who are set to replace the gods who just died at the intro of the first book. So that's the story, yeah.
There came a time when the old gods died. That should be familiar to a bunch of comic book fans. Sean, I'm very happy that you have a new release and Godheart is going strong. Here's my last question for you as we're here. This is because, again, I have an interview with Sean, guys. Just go to that. Okay, actually, I have two more questions. The first is, I have a neighbor.
Yep.
And I did not know at the time that you knew who he was.
Uh-huh.
So would you like to tell people the effect that Tom Rodriguez had
Yeah, so
on your publications?
so Tom is a colleague of my mother. And it's from her that I realized, or that I was informed, that Tom is actually into the same thing that you and I are into, which is comics. So Tom hit me up on Instagram one day, way back in the past, about 7 to 8 years ago. And I was talking to him like, yeah, I'm coming up with this story. It wasn't called Godheart yet. It was something completely different.
We want to say hi to JV Tanwatko. Shout out to JV Tanwatko.
It's my pal. It's my good friend, JV.
Now get out of the camera before you break it.
His words, not mine, man.
It's all good.
So yeah, Tom and I had a conversation about the project that was stewing in my brain that turned into Godheart. And then I said, you know, if all doesn't go well in terms of printing, I can just put it up on a website called like Webtoon or Tapastic. You know, the stuff that the younger generation absorbs. You know, those scroll, those like Webtoon. So and he said, "Wag sayang." Exact those two exact words were like the launching off point for what became Godheart today. It's like, wag sayang, your art's so good. Don't just put it up online. Like make sure people get it. Like make sure it's in people's hands. And then that became like my whole philosophy, where I want Godheart to be on shelves. I want people to turn the page. I want people to smell it. You know what I mean? Smell the ink. You know how it's printed. So yeah, thank you, Tom. Let's all like hang out one of these days.
Yeah, let's hang out one of these days. He's out of the country right now. Let's hang out. And here's my final question for you. Excluding yourself, if somebody shows up in the next few hours to PICOF, point them to three comics creators that they should look for.
Yeah, I can name more than three, but for the sake of brevity, off the top of my head, go look at Endangered by Borg Sinaban. I can't really exactly say the booth numbers because I'm only familiar with a something, but yeah, Borg Sinaban's Endangered. Milo Galang's There's a Demon in My Head or a Demon in My Head. That's like you'll see it right away when you go in. You'll see that whole line of people that I support. And lastly, there's Fred Cabredo's Hiraya, which has two issues out and it's dripping with atmosphere. I love it.
Thank you for that segue, Sean, because my next guest is
It's
actually Fred Cabredo of Piraya. So, so this live stream ends with Sean Manaloto recommending Hiraya by Fred Cabredo, and stay tuned for the next live stream link, which is with Fred Cabredo of Hiraya. Thank you, Sean.
Hey, thank you, Dave. Pleasure, always a pleasure to be with you, man.
Pleasure.
That was good. All right. Ano?